It's a great honor to present to you Ms. Tory Burch. Tory Burch. As CEO and designer of Tory Burch, you opened a small Manhattan boutique in 2004 that has since grown to a global business and brand with more than 100 freestanding stores and specialty stores, an online area at toryburch.com. As one of America's premier fashion entrepreneurs, you've earned awards and accolades from magazines such as Glamour and Vanity Fair, and you've been named as one of Forbes' most powerful women in the world. After graduating from the University of Pennsylvania with a degree in art history, you then moved to New York City, working in public relations and marketing to prestigious American designers, including Ralph Lauren and Vera Wang. You then took the risk in 2004 to set out on your own. Your journey as an entrepreneur, which began from your kitchen table, has now grown into an influential, international company and celebrated brand with more than 2,000 employees and a style that cannot be imitated. As your business has grown, your commitment to thinking and acting with an entrepreneurial mindset remains at the core of your personal and company philosophy. You've created a corporate culture that prioritizes innovation, the use of technology, and social media to engage your customers to ensure that their input is incorporated into your vision and your inspiration for your company's future. A key part of that vision is using your success to help others by combining social responsibility with the power of entrepreneurship. You're a dedicated philanthropist, launching the Tory Burch Foundation in 2009 to support promising women entrepreneurs and their families across the United States. Babson College has been fortunate to have the opportunity to collaborate with you in partnership with the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program, extending access to entrepreneurship education, mentoring, and financing to small businesses to promote economic growth, job creation, and social value. Today, we honor, celebrate, and welcome you as a member of the Babson College community.
By virtue of the power granted to me by Babson College and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and by the authority given to me by the Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you, Tory Burch, the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities here and everywhere appertaining to this degree. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Tory Burch, and I welcome her to the podium.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. My fellow entrepreneurs, it is a privilege to be among the first to congratulate you for completing your time at Babson. I'm especially honored here because I've had the privilege of working with the Babson community, and I'm in awe of what you do. There are many incredible colleges that teach business, but there's only one school that has focused its curriculum on entrepreneurship for the past 35 years. There's only one school whose undergraduate and graduate programs are ranked #1 in entrepreneurship. And there is only one school that has literally written the book on the new entrepreneurial leader. The path you have embarked on is truly exciting. It can also be incredibly challenging. Here's what Babson has taught you. Being an entrepreneur isn't just a job title. It isn't just about starting a company. It's about a state of mind. It's about seeing connections others can't, seizing opportunities others won't, and forging new directions that others haven't. It's about being entrepreneurial wherever you are and in whatever you do. It's about having the courage to give into a passion for an idea that makes your heart race. And if it doesn't scare you, the idea isn't big enough. Here's what I've learned. We may live in an age of instant messaging, instant gratification, and Instagram, but there is no way to short-circuit the path to success. It takes hard work, tenacity, and a lot of patience. There are many things you can do overnight. You can write a decent paper, you can put finishing touches on a fashion show. I hear you can even have a pretty good time at Roger's Pub. But there is no such thing as an overnight success. It is a myth that glosses over what being an entrepreneur is all about. As Biz Stone, one of the founders of Twitter's, put it, timing, perseverance, and 10 years of really hard work will eventually make you look like an overnight success. The good news is that if you're willing to pursue your passion, put in that hard work, and believe in yourself, you will succeed. That's something I didn't know when I was your age. When I was sitting where you are today, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had grown up on a farm outside of Philadelphia. I was a tomboy, spent all my time outdoors with my 3 brothers, and my interest in fashion was limited, to say the least. In fact, I didn't put on a dress until my junior year for prom. But fashion was definitely in my DNA. My parents had impeccable style. I channeled their love for beauty into a love for art and design, and I went to University of Pennsylvania to study art history. I applied for many jobs my senior year of college. But there was one designer, a Yugoslavian designer, that my mother wore his clothes. His name was Zoran. And 3 days before graduation, I cold called him, and I said, "Can I have a job?" And he said yes on one condition, that I had to start in a week. So when I was sitting where you were, all that I was thinking about is how to find an apartment in New York. It was a whole new world. Zoran was a true eccentric. He had a black beard long enough to make the Red Sox team very jealous. He was a minimalist. Everything in his office was white. There were no chairs, no desks, there were mats on the floor, and the vodka started flowing at 10 a.m. As his assistant, I did everything, from getting coffee to running interference. People would come and visit him, and Zoran would run and hide in the bathroom, and I'd have to pretend he wasn't there. It was a fantastic entree into the fashion industry, and I was exposed to all elements of a designer's world, from designing a collection to managing press, to learning about the business side. Fashion quickly became my passion. While at Zoran, I was offered a job at Harper's Bazaar. From there, I moved to work in PR and marketing at Ralph Lauren, and then Vera Wang, and then for a Spanish company named Loewe, an LVMH brand. What I learned is what Babson has taught all of you. Even if you're not yet an entrepreneur, you can be entrepreneurial in everything that you do. You can, if you view each stop as an opportunity to learn something, there's always something you will take away from every experience. While at Loewe, I was offered to be job of president around the same time I found out that I was pregnant with my 3rd son. I realized I couldn't do that job and be the kind of mom that I wanted to be, so I had to make a very difficult decision, and that was giving up my career to be a full-time mom. It was very hard, but I knew that it would be part of my life again. It was during that time that I began developing the concept for my company. It started when I noticed a void in my own closet. It was a pretty simple idea, classic pieces that didn't cost a fortune. It ended up not just being a void in my closet, it ended up being a white space in the market. I started working out of my apartment with a team of 2 who helped me turn my concept into a reality around my kitchen table for 2 years. Like most startups, we had to fundraise. I asked a lot of people I knew to invest, including some people who didn't have a tremendous amount of money. So I told them, only invest if you're prepared to lose it. I was so scared. In the end, over 100 people invested. With that money and a personal investment, we set up an office in Hong Kong for sourcing and production, and I traveled there often. When I was home, we talked every evening. Given the time difference, I was on the phone till 3 and 4 in the morning. On those nights, my definition of success was just not falling asleep on the other end. We also leased a small space on a low-rent corner of Manhattan, and we had enough money to do our first collection and to put products in it to fill it. I was warned time and time again not to start with retail. Everyone had an opinion of what I should do and what I shouldn't. There were a lot of naysayers who thought I should start with a wholesale partner, build the brand from there. But I wanted a unique experience. I wanted to do something different. I wanted a boutique to be warm and inviting. Retail was very minimalist at the time. It was also unusual to launch with multiple categories. It was also unusual to start with e-commerce 10 years ago. But from day one, it was a lifestyle concept and brand. We opened our first store in February 2004 during New York Fashion Week. My stepdaughters and I worked through the night. We opened the store without the doors. They hadn't arrived. I was afraid no one would come. Thankfully, it was so jam-packed that women were changing in the middle of the store. My brothers were thrilled. They had it was almost as if we were giving things away. By 6 p.m., we were sold through most of our inventory. A few months later, I got a call from Oprah Winfrey. I thought one of my brothers was playing a joke on me. So I said, sure, I'll miss spring break and come on your show. It was 8 months after we started the business. It turned out it was true, and she picked us for the next big thing. We went on her show. The next day, we had 8 million hits on our website. The media called us an overnight success. I guess, if you don't count the 20,000 hours we put into building the business up until that point, or the combined hundreds of thousands of hours that we all had together and months of learning the business. Today, we are a global brand with more than 120 stores. We have a presence in 3,000 boutiques worldwide. From the beginning, one of the reasons I wanted to start a company was so that I could start a foundation. Social responsibility was always part of the business plan. That was not always viewed as a positive. There were many people who told me never to mention the words social responsibility in the same sentence as business. This obviously only made me more determined. I knew our foundation would benefit women and children. One thing that we thought that could benefit as well is the way we learned about startups and how to build a business. So we wanted to do the same. In 2009, we launched the foundation to support the economic empowerment of women entrepreneurs and their families. It's been incredibly meaningful not only to me, but to our customers and employees and our business partners. They all care about helping women and giving back. In 2012, we partnered with Goldman Sachs 10,000 small businesses to offer a 9-week program for women entrepreneurs with no formal business education. I'm proud to say that the school that helped us design that program was Babson. This January, in partnership with Bank of America, we launched Elizabeth Street Capital. It was named for the location of our first store. Through this initiative, we are providing women entrepreneurs with access to low-cost capital and the mentoring support they need to launch and scale their businesses. I do hope some of you will come to us when you're ready. Today, it has been 10 years since we launched, and in many ways, I think we're just beginning. The one thing I can say, we never could have gotten here overnight. One of the best pieces of advice I've ever gotten was from my parents. They always taught me to think of negativity as noise, that I should believe in myself and what I'm doing. And remember, if the most unique ideas were obvious to everyone, there wouldn't be entrepreneurs. The one thing that every entrepreneurial journey has in common is that there are many, many steps on the road to success. I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to allow me today to be here to be part of yours, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.